Yo, what's cracking, guys, and welcome back to another video. I got a special one for you today, as I just 100%ed Mario Wonder, and I am making a tier list of the badges in-game. I really enjoyed the game and wanted to put out something on it, so here we go. This is what we're doing. Now, I'm going to go backwards from did not use all the way up to S tier. If you have a difference of opinion, why don't you just smack that like button in the face on the way on down to the comments to let me know your opinion. First, we're going to do did not use. So, the all firepower, all drill power, all bubble power, which is, oh, I've swapped two, but it doesn't matter, and the all elephant power. These were literally only bought so I could 100% the game, and I never used them. We also have the fast dash, to the point I don't even remember there being a challenge for, and I never equipped it. We've also got sensor, which I did not use. I found everything on my own, looking for it and searching for it. And then we have the add exclamation point blocks, which, like, I think it equipped for one level after I bought it, and I didn't realize it equipped. I never saw it do anything, so I still don't know what that does. I mean, I'm sure it adds blocks, but I don't know where. I've never seen it, and it's not something that I'm super interested in. So, after that, we have the Auto Super Mushroom, which I could see being super helpful for some people. I never used it. It's not... you start the level if you don't have a power-up with a mushroom, which is cool. Some people might like using that. Nothing against anybody that doesn't. Now, we've also got the safety bounce. So the way the safety bounce works is if you fall off the level or you drop into lava or sludge or whatever, it's going to save you once and it's going to pull you out. I never used that. I was Mario the whole way through, and I played it like a Mario game. It was super easy for me. Most people will probably have the same. Now, this one is the other one, the rhythm jump. I never really used this, and the only time I did anything with it, it was a gimmick in that level, where they were doing the 1, 2, 3, jump. So, that's the only time I ever used that. So now, let's move on to the trash tier list. My least favorite of these. We have Spring Feet, which is quite literally just, it's the worst. Well, not the worst, but it's, so you continuously bounce along and then you can bounce higher if you hold B. It's essentially as if you're constantly on a bouncing object or surface. I mean, you can use it, but I didn't like it at all. It wasn't, I would rather have anything else other than that. Except for what is the worst badge, period. And that is the invisibility. I only used it twice. Once in a challenge specifically for invisibility, and once in the very last challenge of the game that you get even after you beat Bowser. It's the final thing, and it was the worst. I had 99 lives when I started that shit, and I had like 3 lives when I finally cleared the invisibility stage. Nightmare. Sucked so bad. And then finally, oh right, finally we have what I feel is the worst 100% reward I've ever received from a video game. And it's called the Sound Off Secret Badge. Literally, all it does is make every noise in the game different. Oh boy, that was... Yay. I almost would have preferred getting nothing for 100%ing the game. I feel like I would have felt more accomplished had I received nothing rather than being given that badge that does absolutely nothing for me. Alright, so now let's move on to that C tier, baby. To start us off, we have the grappling vine. Now, I can see where a lot of people are going to argue where the grappling vine should be higher up. I really enjoy the idea of this, but there were a couple of badges that made it completely redundant. There was no need to have it, because not only did I have badges where I could equip it and get higher than it would take me, but I had no this has less verticality, and when you're playing Mario, you want verticality. This has got more horizontal movement, which is not bad, to, you know, and that's why I'm not putting it in trash, because I did like the idea. There were just badges that were better, to be honest. Um, we also have, oh yeah, this one I didn't like at all. This was the timed high jump. That guy right there. Actually, what? Yeah, the timed high jump. That's the one. And what I didn't like about this one, it's a cool mechanic, but again, it feels like a hat on a hat. I have other badges that work for better verticality, and they're more versatile than this one could be, because this one is, it's kind of the idea that Mario 64 brought in, where you triple jump and you waha, except instead of triple jumping, it's double jumps and your jumps are higher. But again, there's better badges for it than that, in my opinion. Now, another one that I'm going to put in the C tier, and it's because I didn't use it, there was no need for it, is the coin magnet. Now, this is really good if you want to collect a lot of coins without going out of your way for them, because you'll be magnetized to them. But your lives are going to stay so stacked through this game, you really aren't ever going to need to worry about this. Which brings me to my last C tier badge. And that is the coin reward. It's a simple premise. Defeat an enemy, make coin. Again, lives are stacked far too high at any given time to worry about this badge, honestly. I think I used it for like 2 levels to see what it was, and I was out. I was like, this doesn't work for me. So now let's move on to the B tier, and we're going to start the B tier with the crouching high jump. Now, this could go higher, but based on how little I used it, really only ever in challenges, I just couldn't see myself putting it any higher than this. Other badges just made this obsolete again. Now, next we have, and I'm putting this in the B tier specifically because it was useful. There were enough water levels for me to feel like that I got to use it. This is the dolphin kick. I enjoyed what I did, but so I'm putting it in the B tier because there were enough water levels to justify using it. And then after the dolphin kick, we have the jet run. Now, this particular one would have gone higher as well, but again, I only used it in challenges. Don't get me wrong, this is an amazing badge, and I enjoy the levels that it's made for, and I bet this thing is high tier for speedrunners. And this is where it lands for me, though, because I'm not a speedrunner. So let's go ahead and we're going to move on to our A tier, baby. And we're entering the best of the best territory. Every one of the badges that I used multiple times and enjoyed a lot. So, the first one that I think I fell in love with, the wall climb jump. Now, I love this one for trying to get higher in the levels, see if there were hidden things anywhere out of sight. I used it a lot. I also liked to use this next one a lot, which was the floating high jump, for the same reasons. Because you got a higher jump and you floated for a second so you could pan around and take a view at things. It was a lot of fun, let you reach higher places, and it gave me that feel from like Mario 2, right? Where when you jump as Peach and you hold the button, you kind of hover. And I really enjoyed that. Now, for the best of the best, you see it, I see it. There's only 2 badges left. How am I gonna finish this? Well, one of these 2 I basically never took off. So, the parachute cap was so much fun. I flew through levels, and for half of those levels that I was flying through them, I would glide. And I just really loved it. It was just so much fun. I was just like, oh my gosh. And it's like the first badge you unlock too, which is the craziest thing. First badge you unlock, and it's one of the top tier badges in my opinion. And now we move on to my absolute favorite badge, the boosting spin jump badge. This was the best double jump an Italian plumber could ever ask for. It was so difficult for me to ever try and take this off. It's easily my favorite badge. In fact, I'm going to put it right in front, right there, just like that. With that being said, that is the end of my very first ever tier list on YouTube. I really hope that you enjoyed your time here, and I want to thank you so much for being here. Please smack that like button around for me and pop on down in the comments and let me know which badge is your favorite. What's your tier list? Do you think mine are bad? Do you think mine are good? I'll see you in the next one. Farewell.